Musically meditated.
Musically meditated. Musically meditated.
All right, welcome to Musically Meditated Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Riley, and I have some special guests with me. These guys are actually from the region, and they have their own podcast called A Weird Time Recorded, and it's two different handsome gentlemen that like to drink some Two-Hearted Ale and other alcoholic beverages, and it's Mr. Matt and Mr. Jarod. Matt, we'll start with you. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Matt Morris. I am of A Weird Time Recorded. That's how most people know me. That's a lie. And I'm very excited to be here. It was a long time coming.
Yeah.
Couple of cancellations.
Yeah. But we got together because it was meant to be.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And Jarod?
I'm Jarod Moxley. I'm also of A Weird Time Recorded, and thanks for having us here. I'm very excited to do this.
Cool, man. Where could everybody find you at social media-wise? Are you everywhere?
Yep, Instagram, Facebook. We have a Twitter as well.
iTunes, SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Spotify.
Those
now.
are the places where people
Spotify,
listen
big
to
time,
episodes.
yeah.
That's recent. Like,
Yeah.
dude, small little steps forward, and we're just having a good time with it.
Good.
Free, and we're really enjoying the free things in life because we're also them broke boys.
Yeah, we are them broke boys.
Them broke boys, right on. How long you guys been doing it, though, real quick, for the listener? Because I think you started before Musically Meditated, and then you were with, the first time I heard you guys, it was with This Podcast is Garbage. So were you before them, too?
Yeah.
Or, like, what's the history on that?
No. They were. They've always been a much more popular podcast than us, and they're the.
Shout out to Ryan and Autumn. They're here.
They were
here.
our beautiful stepdads, and they've helped us out a lot. And about 2.5 years, they're beautiful stepdads.
Beautiful.
About 2.5 years that
2.5
we've
years.
been doing it. Got about 121 episodes.
Oh,
right
wow.
now, so.
You guys are in the buck 20s.
Yeah, so
That's
we,
impressive.
We just make sure that we try to do it every week, and it gives us an excuse to hang out and drink with each other, and we like getting drunk and talking shit into microphones. So
Yes.
hopefully we can do that here today.
We
Yes.
think so. For people that have not heard it before, we think we're funny, and really, you might catch us on a good day. So listen to every episode, but that's not how it always goes.
Yeah, you
that's
never
for
know.
Sure.
You never know.
Well, podcasting, there's there's hit or miss episodes, man. Especially, I don't know, if you don't have your format down or if you have a guest, they might
Format,
not. Yeah.
excuse me?
Yeah, format. we have a little bit of a format today, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about our pet peeves at concerts or live shows with fans that are there and maybe with the bands themselves. So we're going to go around, and I know you guys have probably been to a fair amount of concerts and shows,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
dealt with a lot of idiots and have experienced a lot of weirdness, right?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so I guess I'll start it off. And one of my big pet peeves, it's either like dudes or girls that have long hair or like dreadlocks that headbang, but it stinks and then the sweat gets on you. But then they should just put it in a.
You're getting the hair whip.
Yeah, the hair whip.
You're getting the hair whip.
That's one of mine.
thought you were just gonna stop with dudes or chicks with long hair.
Yeah, you can stop there, really.
But you know, like the shitlocks and they just stink.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was
Yeah.
maybe more of like a new metal phase, but I don't know, man. Just put that shit in a ponytail. Like, don't.
I've got
Yeah.
I've got a friend that had dreadlocks, and when he during the process of it, I like picked one out, and I was like, when you shave this one is mine. Like, I want this one. And he knows. I feel like it's a thing with people with dreadlocks too. They know most of their particles of like hair. Whereas I'd never have named a piece of my hair. But
Yeah.
he shaved it off and he gave it to me, and that motherfucker stinks, dude.
Ew.
Yeah,
I think they have to stink. That right?
Is that part of the program?
It's like, well, you're not washing your hair.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just...
Yeah. Well, maybe
that's
if you
what
just put it
happened.
in a little, what is that, a scrunchie or a...
or realize, or
Zip tie.
the people that wear like the beanie things, that keep them all tucked up. It's like you're going to be around other people, and
like
that's
the bad brains would.
Yeah, and like a good thing about concerts is also having respect for other people too. It's
Maybe
like you're not the only one here. So
maybe if you put them in a quarantine tank, you'd be good.
Where you just have a dreaded up section to like the left of the stage. It's like everyone with long hair and dreads go over
That
there.
way.
All the other people with short hair go over that way.
Go over that way.
Yeah. There'd just be a lot of slashed faces. There'd be like bleeding. They'd come out like, were you in a mosh pit? No, man.
I was in the
it's
long
hard
hair
in there.
section.
I was in the long hair section.
hard in there,
My
dude.
contact.
Dude, they
my
whip you up.
contacts are messed up.
They whip you up in that section, man. It's hard. You have to wear goggles.
That's where I'm coming from. Like with a lot of my pet peeves is definitely from more like heavy metal shows or hardcore and death metal. So how about you guys? Like with your pet peeves, Matt? We'll start with you. Like what kind of music do you usually go see live?
It's a mix for sure. I'm not the dude. I'd like to say this out loud right now. I'm not the dude that says that I listen to everything. Like, because that's a lie. And when you ask somebody what they listen
That's
to,
what I say on my podcast all the time.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
Well, no, it's crazy. It's
But
like,
you can't listen to it.
Who's your favorite Irish jig band? It's like, you don't know. Tell me what you listen to. Don't give me that lame excuse. So to preface it, I listen to a lot of rock and indie, and I'm more of a lyrically driven person. So like,
No Dave Matthews.
no. That was
sorry.
when I was like 13. So Kayate. So I would like to say like this is more of a feeling one than it is a band or a
fan.
audience member.
Okay.
But one of my pet peeves is when my favorite part of a song at the concert doesn't hit as hard as it does on the album. And it's a feeling. I don't know if you've ever felt that. Like you're excited for a part.
And they
then,
just fail.
And then it was like they went softer or something. And you're just like, well, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
You know that everybody was excited to hear it get revved up.
Very anticlimactic experience.
Yeah,
yes.
and it's a really big letdown.
And you were kind of waiting for that the whole time. You're like, this is going to be it? This
Yeah.
is going to be it? And
Oh
then-
yeah, it's a roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster.
Yep.
It's going up, and then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So who was a band that did that really let you down before? Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, so I'm going. It just happened.
Okay.
Happened. I went to see a band called Bad Books. I don't know if you're familiar with them. So who they are is the lead singer of Manchester Orchestra,
Right on.
and one of my favorite singer songwriters, Kevin Devine, and they came together. Actually, it's basically Manchester Orchestra with Kevin Devine. So when I was 17 and they got together, I was like, what?
Yeah.
How did this happen? Just got tickets to see them last month. I got to the show and there was no drums on the stage.
Ooh.
And I was just like, this can't be happening. And so like every time that the tempo started going up and I knew that thing was about to hit, it would hit, but on a more like coffee house level, and it was
Right.
it was very like
Open mic night instead of a live show.
yes, yeah, it was still fantastic.
Okay.
So but it was kind of, yeah, I'm not talking shit. I'm just
Yeah, but it just kind of let
You're
you
just
down.
saying
a
how you
bit.
feel.
yeah.
It's all right.
okay,
man.
Thanks, Jared. Jared's my
It's okay, buddy.
therapist.
All right, all right,
support
Jared.
each other.
Your turn. What's your first pet peeve? you got?
My first pet peeve is that there's actually other people there. I just don't enjoy. I just get
don't
really
like that, a
pissed that
people
there's
person?
other people there. I'm just like, God damn it! I really wish there wasn't this many people here.
Like just more of
Yeah.
a low key show.
Yeah, I would really enjoy all of you to not be here, and I could just watch this by myself. And
Yes.
so I spent a lot of time in my headphones, but also just, and ironically, weirdly enough, like someone who's just like, it's fun to get like really like drunk, which I enjoy doing a lot, but like the person who's like too fucked up, who's like I went to a Run the Jewels.
Awesome.
And there was this dude, and he just decided to sit down and it's like we're in the shit, like we're in the middle of the shit, we're pretty close, and it's like, dude, why are you're sitting down? And he just lights up a cigarette. I don't even think he spoke English, and I was like grabbing him. I'm like, you need to get up. This is dangerous for you and other people. And he's like, nope. And he just laid there, kind of in the middle of the shit.
Yeah, like the pit, and then right in the middle of the floor.
And he didn't get up. And he smoked his cigarette and eventually, like, kind of slithered off. He might have been a snake. I don't know.
The same concert, though, and you were saying that the people that get just too drunk and too belligerent is your
which I enjoy doing
peeve.
myself. So it's kind of hypocritical.
It happened to one of my friends at that same show, and I happened to be his driver. And so at the end of the show, when I was like, "Where's Sam?" It got to the point where I was calling hospitals and police stations at the end of the show.
He disappeared.
He Ubered home from Chicago to Valparaiso, Indiana.
Yeah, our buddy disappeared in the middle of the show, and we're like, where the fuck did he go? And we were very worried.
Yeah.
And he's just gone.
And so I thank you for saying that one, Jarod.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's weird because that's my next pet peeve, but a little bit more the overly drunk guy in the mosh pit. I just went to a show.
Yeah.
I saw Nails, it's like death metal grind.
Mhm.
And, he was a bigger dude. He actually had shitlocks too. So it was a combination of
kind of both of your things
yeah,
there.
both of my pet peeves there. Now that I think about it, but he was just overly aggressive and just being a dick. Like there's a way. I think there's an etiquette, ain't it, to moshing?
Yeah, I think so.
And this dude was just, you had to watch out of the corner of your eye the whole time. We're like in our 30s. Like I don't really want to get down like that.
Yeah.
And this guy was just coming at it hard.
Yeah, and you're trying to
whole time.
enjoy an experience, and like now I have to look for a threat coming at me. Like what did you save up in your life that now you need to take upon strangers? No,
Yeah.
that's weird. Let's not do
We
that.
also have really different moshing experiences because it sounds like you more of the like metal aggressive metal, whereas when I was in my moshing days, which never surpassed like 18 years old, I'd like to say, it was more of like the pop punk bands. And so it was just like a bunch of kids in jeans from Maurice's or like their sister's closet. So it was just like, well, I'm going to go beat the fuck out of that guy now and just and get out there and
kind of rough him up a little bit.
So it was, yeah, felt like a bully, really. Now that you mention it, I feel like a bully.
And that kind of goes into my other pet peeve is
you're doing two.
I'm doing two right now.
God damn,
I'm cutting, but it goes
No,
together.
you should cut. Go ahead and cut.
It's a good. It's
I
a
only
good
have
I'm the
that one,
host.
really.
I can do whatever I want.
Right. The overly heavy guy that keeps stage diving. There needs to be a weight limit.
Yeah, it's like a
on
height and a
stage
weight limit.
diving.
Matt, you're not cutting it, bro. We're not catching you.
I'm not
dude.
there. Yeah, Jarod, you're there.
Oh, I'm
Ryan's
good,
there.
dude.
People's-
They will send me out of the fucking venue. I'll be right. I'll be like, how did I get to the bathroom?
They'll do the trampoline on his ass, and there won't even be a trampoline. It'll just be like some 45-pound girl that could throw Jarod.
Yeah,
in the
she's
air a
got
couple
me.
of times.
There has to be a weight limit. I went and saw Gorilla Biscuits and Modern Life is War at the Metro. It was weird. It was a matinee show, like the Cubs game was going on.
Love the Metro.
Yeah, great place.
Yeah.
And this dude was really feeling it, but he was like at least
Too big.
like I don't know, man, like 350, 350 pounds, but like he kept doing it and nobody was catching him. So it was entertaining. He was just face planting
Damn. Man.
over and over. I'm like, he must really like the Gorilla Biscuits, Like,
Also, that poor guy, he just wants to get caught.
does.
He's like, will somebody catch me? And no one's gonna catch him. It's like, we're not doing it, dude.
Yeah, they did it. We're like,
We
oh.
can't catch you, man.
Like you could hear the whole video going.
Please stop.
Oh. It's
It
like-
looks like he'd been training for
He's
that
like, I'm gonna
moment-
try again.
moment for months
did.
now. He's been like climbing 4 rungs of the ladder and just like jumping straight on his belly just to prepare himself
Yeah.
like over and over again. He's like, one day somebody will catch me.
No one's gonna catch you, man.
It's like, dude, you need to start working out or something and lose the weight because we can't catch you, man.
All right.
So this is
What's your puppy?
So this is something that I thought would have been said first because honestly, it might be my biggest one. And it's when people start pulling for position to the front of the stage after you've
Yeah.
been there all fucking day.
You're trying to claim your real
You're
estate.
claiming your
So
spot?
you're talking more of like an outdoor show, right?
Well, no, you know what? Even if there's 2 openers, let's just even say that. Not all day, all night. All
Okay.
night is more. And you've been standing your ground, and then the headliner comes on, and there's people that always do the
The shoulder
shoulder
muscular
wiggle.
thing.
And they
yeah.
try and get through like, oh, excuse me. And it's like, oh, now all of a sudden you think you like this band more than me. I don't think that you do, because I claimed my spot. Also, I'm not small. I don't claim to be a bully or a big guy, but
It's not what Jarod said.
he's the bully. Don't look at me. But I don't like it when people trying to move ahead of me
Right,
after I've been there for 2 openers to see that headliner.
Yeah, that's your real estate.
It's like you staked your claim here.
Yeah.
You put the flag
That's
in there and you
happened
go,
to
"This
you.
is my
Oh,
spot."
yeah.
Yeah, this is and that's kind of like the mosh pit thing with people getting too rowdy, which might seem weird to say, but like there's a level of respect you need when you're in like a giant thing with a bunch of other people and you're trying to enjoy something.
yeah, there's a way to slither in there. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
But if somebody has their spot, just let them have it.
yeah,
right.
it's their spot. It's
All
fine.
right, Jarod, what do you got?
Oh man. The price of alcohol is too high, everyone. Let's bring it down. I mean, Jesus, how much money do you need? You already
true.
paid that much for shit. Like, let's bring that shit down.
Let's bring that down.
Also, give me a carrier, because I don't have enough. I can't carry 2 drinks like this. I need like 5 drinks that, like, they should have like maybe a wagon they give you, like a disposable wagon maybe.
You can't
or-
carry 2 drinks?
No, I have. I'm talking like 5 drinks, because I'm trying to watch music. I can't be going back every time. I need
Yeah.
something to facilitate all the shit, and I need people to get out of the way.
I get to a point where it's just like, I get a beer, I pee, I get a beer, I pee. So
Yeah.
it's like,
You get your flow.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I need all that with me. I can hold my pee for a pretty long time. So,
You got a good prostate. That's good.
yep, I'm trying. I flex
tiniest
it.
person, largest bladder.
Yeah,
Nice.
largest prostate.
Reggie's-
Some would say.
So, Reggie's, they do a great job, though, with their beer prices in Chicago. You guys ever been to a show at Reggie's?
I went to a surprise Wu-Tang
at Reggie's?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm jealous.
I don't think they did much of anything, but I was with a group of friends, and they were like, "Hey, surprise appear." Well, it was after a music festival kind of a thing. Like, hey, we got to get to Reggie's. They're like, it's supposed to be hot. There's supposed to be a something coming through. It's gonna like, you don't want to miss it. And I was just high enough where I was like, let's go see it. Yeah, and it was
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, it was-
So was it?
yeah. I mean, I don't remember the beer prices, if that's
Okay.
what you're asking.
What Woo members are there? Do you remember? All
Oh
of them?
no. I was there for the experience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have no idea. No idea
Okay.
what happened.
I always
there.
angrily keep my receipts.
Do you? What? Look at him.
He's actually got them
Like
all
some people
framed.
keep their like ticket stubs. I keep the receipts. I'm like, motherfucking, this show was this much. This one was this much.
Waste
Some
of money.
Bullshit.
He actually keeps them in case he gets broken up with, and then he actually like back taxes them.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, you owe me."
You
Yeah.
owe me this.
I got-
Don't you forget.
He's that kind of guy.
He's that
He
kind of
never
boyfriend?
he never lets anything go.
Well, that's kind of true.
All right.
It's
Well,
actually kinda
here's
true.
another pet peeve of mine. The backpack guy with the full backpack that wants to go to an inside show that holds up the security line. Like, what do you got in there?
Oh yeah.
I hate that guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
What do you need?
What do you need?
that can't fit in your pockets?
Yeah, come on. You're
Yeah,
a guy.
load your pockets up, dude.
Yeah, just load your pockets up.
Get through security.
I mean, I understand if it's a purse or something, your girl coming in, but the backpack guy in an inside show, like, stop.
What do you think he has in there?
I don't know. I hope he's a photographer.
I don't know. Maybe he has like a tricycle or something. I don't know.
But I can't stand that guy. It's just because now you got to wait longer in line, and I just want to get into the show.
Right.
I don't know. Matt, what you got?
So I'm gonna do two, but the first one's gonna be real fast because you mentioned the people smoking cigarettes inside the venue, and it's like, come on, dude. Because I actually had that written down, but it was like, I just missed my punchline, but it was kind of like, come on, dude. You can't afford weed, or like something like that. Like enough weed for all of us.
I remember at the Metro there was a guy like that gives you the mints or whatever, and taps the soap in your hand.
Oh yeah.
He had Lucy's, so Lucy's is a single cigarette for sale. So he was like, yeah, $1. So like people were buying cigarettes and they were smoking in the Metro bathroom, and then all of a sudden like security would come down and be like, get out of here, who's smoking? So he just had this like huge scam the whole time.
And then he acts like he's blind.
Yeah.
He's like,
What's going on?
People are smoking?
Smoking? And he was selling them.
I'm smell blind, too.
I thought I smelled cigarettes. All right, but past that one, it's actually when the lead singer lets the crowd sing for him. Like he thinks it's gonna sound better than him. Like he's the singer of that fucking band, and he like turns the mic around for way too long, where it's just like Dashboard Confessional style, where it's like the crowd sings his entire fucking songs, and you're just like, oh, I came here to see you, not Dashboard per se, but like it's just like, dude, do your parts, because I get if your throat is shot like mine because of Redbud 2019. What's up?
Shout out.
Aunt Diane, baby.
I don't always sound like this, I promise.
It's pretty smoky.
Yeah, it's pretty smoky. Sound like my Aunt Linda.
Yeah, and he keeps going like, can we go out back and smoke another cigarette? I'm like, really? Jesus.
You don't want a cigarette? Well, do you have any crack? Well, that's Aunt Linda. But probably nobody else is Aunt Linda.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jarod, what you got?
Fuck. I think, did you say that people that won't let you smoke weed with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone who doesn't have enough weed, that I'm just like, really? Why did it always stops at me, I feel like sometimes. Because I'm too quiet to be like, let me hit that.
Yeah.
But just give me the weed, guys.
Like, excuse me, I thought I was at a Jamiroquai concert.
I kind of get annoyed, though, with the weed smokers that have the blunt that never stops.
Yeah, that could be fun, though.
It could be.
Oh, shit.
It could be fun, but I don't know.
Could be, yeah.
I don't know.
Were we talking about the Jamiroquai concert? No.
No.
Okay.
I like Jamiroquai.
Yeah, what's wrong with Jamiroquai?
Yeah.
What are you, 46?
No, 36. But,
Man, I was 10 years off.
10 years
They
off.
had that music video that was revolutionary.
It was.
It
Remember,
was.
everything was moving.
Yeah,
Oh,
everything,
yeah.
and he
It was
was
like a
moving, but
Quentin
he
Tarantino
wasn't
movie.
moving.
Yeah, that was a good.
Yeah.
That was a good video.
I liked it.
Here's my next one: the overly aggressive security guys that look all hard that are on stage.
Yeah.
And then at like I don't know what's the House of Blues. They're really bad. They're like all of a sudden there is a dick in the pit, or there's somebody smoking a blunt. Then all of a sudden you get the security guy from up top
Oh, yeah.
with
Yeah,
the
you don't need
flashlight,
that
and then
guy.
it's like they zero in. It's like, come on, man.
Like, seriously.
It's like, this isn't
let
terrorism.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down,
I know,
dude.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
But you always got the tough
We're
guys.
trying to have fun here.
Let that 13-year-old have a fucking beer.
I'm sorry you
Chill.
didn't make it in the police academy. Chill the fuck out.
Do you know
please.
why I'm kicking you out? It's like, because you're fucking lame.
Yeah, you're lame.
You're just lame.
Because you're angry about something that has nothing to do with me?
And they
I
always
know
take-
that's true.
Because you take your $14 an hour job seriously? I can't tell you the answer, dude.
Because this would be a lot fun if you didn't give a fuck. This would be a lot more fun.
I'm going to throw another one in here real quick too. The throw your beer in the air guy.
Oh.
I hate that guy.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
hold on. I'm going to...
I hate that guy.
Certain place, certain time. Can
So
we
you're-
agree kind of on that?
So what do you mean a dude just throws his beer in the air?
Yeah, like he gets into the moment, like ugh, and
No,
just-
you're covering... No.
I just don't like that guy.
No, that's...
You don't
you're
like-
covering beer onto other people for
you don't
no
like
reason.
leaving the concert sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one wants
Well,
to be
then you're
sticky.
not going to like my next pet peeve.
Let's hear it.
Which is
You're
the fucking dry humpers at the concerts. You guys have
Ooh.
seen
What?
that, right?
What kind of concerts are you
Dry
going to?
humpers? Where are
like,
you?
How
What
many
you what?
EDM shows do
You know
go
what?
to?
You know what I mean? Like the girls with their hips, they're like,
Damn,
doing
how much
this.
ecstasy are you taking?
How many glow sticks do you own?
Oh, my pet peeve when people use glow sticks as dildos right in front of me. I don't like it.
I've kept all my glow sticks, thank you.
But what? People are really
They're dry
humping
humping
you?
Like you've never seen. Well, not you. You can't dry hump to death metal.
I don't just go to death metal shows.
I don't know. You
but-
probably
just met you
come
today.
quick.
Yeah.
If you're dry humping at a death metal show,
I
you're
just-
coming quick. If you're going with the beat, at least,
Yeah.
that's just going to be hard.
Blast
you're going to be
beats,
bleeding.
blast.
You're going to be bruised and bleeding. That's
Oh,
for
just
sure.
keep rubbing it on my zipper.
It's going to be fucked up. It's
No.
gonna be that's hurtful.
Oh, so you've never been a part of like a slow song and like that dude is behind that girl, probably his girlfriend.
Did you go to Casey and JoJo? What happened? I don't understand.
Yeah, Boys to Men. Like, what?
Come on, man.
Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
So no, I guess I'm the only one that's ever seen that. So fuck me.
Did you see it or did you do it? Be honest.
I've never.
Did you see it or did you do it? Tell the truth, Matt.
I've never, ever
Okay.
rubbed my penis
believe
raw
you.
on my zipper at a concert.
I believe you. I weirdly believe you. I do.
It's not a penis. It's a pee-pee.
What concert was it?
Yeah,
that
what
you
concert
saw
was
that
it? Yeah,
Because I really want to
Yeah,
know the
I kinda
music
wanna know,
vibe
too.
going on, where people are just like, "It's time." I don't give a fuck. It's time.
Just feeling it.
yeah.
So like I
It was
said,
a festival, wasn't it?
so-
Yeah,
oh,
it
yeah,
had to
it's
have-
always
yeah.
a festival, but
Yeah.
it's like
mushrooms, red
it's
bud.
always- it was red bud.
There wasn't music. It was just the music of motorcycle engines.
Like I said, I'm more of like a lyrically driven concert goer. So like some of my favorite concerts to go to are that of like Conor Oberst of Bright Eyes, and who is our era's Bob Dylan.
Yeah, shout out to Bright Eyes. I
Yeah,
like Bright Eyes.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like Bright Eyes, you should check out Connor's solo stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's even better.
All right, on.
Opinions.
So this is where people were grinding on each other? Was it a Bright Eyes show?
Well, you know, like you can only imagine, like this is the first day of my
Was it?
life, and like
Was
that,
it?
and that dude is like 15, and he's trying to get her pregnant through jeans,
Oh.
bro. And at 15 you can get
It's
somebody
probably
pregnant through
possible.
jeans, yeah.
Wow.
And so
Yeah.
it's a weird time. Recorded.
Oh.
Hey, there it is.
All right, so no, you've
Great
never
plug.
seen anybody fucking at a concert, so I'm out.
No, that's only in Europe. I've heard stories.
It's glad that you saw it. It's very European of you.
Yeah, it is.
The yeah.
All right.
Dude, that's-
Jared,
That's
what do you
sexy.
got? What do you got, Jared?
I don't have any more pet peeves. That's it for me.
All right.
Those were the only couple that I got.
Well, as far as the guy throwing the beer in the air, I also hate the guy on the canopy, like the upper level, that either throws his beer on the lower level or spits.
Oh,
That happens.
That happens.
that's disgusting. And that guy is an asshole.
Yeah.
Clearly, I mean,
Wait,
without,
hold on. What shows did you go to? Now I'm going to put you on the spot. You've never seen
what
somebody
kind of
fucking,
fans did that?
That was like a System of a Down show or Slayer, and just shit gets crazy and people
I got to tell you,
Slipknot,
it's because,
shit like that.
It's because that's the quality of people that are there. They
Oh,
wanna
Don't
hurt-
judge us heavy metal
They want to
fans.
hurt
Oh,
other
wow.
people. And,
Oh, wow.
And honestly, the people at the shows that I go to, they just want to fuck, dude.
Yeah, they want to feel
Let 'em
good.
fuck.
They want to fuck
They're not-
inside their pants.
Man,
They want to
you're
have
a
inside
hippie.
pants fucking.
Is this how it is in Porter County? Or?
Yeah.
All right.
People are fucking inside their pants. No one's getting pregnant. It's great.
It's great. But the heroin problem, we'll move on.
That's also could be inside the pants. I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not involved in that.
Another thing too, like with metal shows, there's different types of moshing and shit and ways to express yourself. So, you know, at death metal shows, you'll get more circle pits, right? And everybody's cool. And then hardcore, you get hardcore dancers and they swing their fists and shit around. So my pet peeve is like when you get a hardcore dancer at a death metal show doing spin kicks and throwing his fists when everybody's trying to circle pit.
Oh, he's doing the wrong thing.
He's doing the wrong
He's at
thing.
the wrong show.
He's at the wrong show.
He looks like a straight up like lawnmower without its cover
Yeah.
on.
Who
Yeah.
likes
It's
getting
just
hit
like-
with the fist?
Yeah.
How is that relaxing?
I don't know. Remember the
might-
first time I experienced that was like at a Dillinger Escape Plan show, and it's like, oh, cool, I'm going to get in the pit. And then I got punched, and I was like, this sucks.
This
Did,
joke,
did you see it coming, or was it just out of nowhere? All of a
Out of
sudden, you were
nowhere.
like, stars.
but I targeted him and then I like went back at him.
You're like, okay,
Get you back.
this is gonna be a fight involving you and I, but with a bunch of other people here now.
Yeah.
This joke isn't going to hit because I don't know the name of it. But what's that show where there's the robots that like get into the cage and
BattleBots.
BattleBots. That the dude on the fucking mosh pit that looks like a BattleBot is just like that. He doesn't stop doing the same thing, and it looks like he's just like looking to run into somebody.
Yeah. He just keeps moving.
He doesn't care who he hits.
All right, here's another one I'm going to throw in there, too. The stranger in front of you that just keeps farting and crop dusting.
yeah.
Everybody
That's a good
knows
one.
that guy or that girl.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Fuck
Would
that
you please
motherfucker.
stop?
It's like I'm trying to enjoy
Well-
myself. There's a little bit of weed smoke in the air. Kind of smell alcohol.
But they keep going. It's like, whoa, man.
Well, I got something to. Yeah, never mind.
No, go ahead.
I was
Yeah.
going to say I got something to say I'm guilty of.
Yeah, we're going to get
for
there.
later.
You're that guy. That's for later.
Have you seen my belly? Have you seen the way I eat, bro? But I don't take care of myself, man.
And that kind of goes like
yeah, your inside smell of rot.
like the personal
inside smell of
hygiene
rot.
thing too.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pet peeve. Like it could be maybe the Wookiee looking guy with the dreadlocks, but you know they for whatever reason they forget to put on deodorant, and it's like, dude,
Yeah,
it's the
just-
craziest
stop.
thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who did the farting, as long as there's farting and I'm around because I'm the fat guy.
Yeah, everyone blames you.
Everybody looks at me. They give like a face like, oh, and I'm like, hey, that one wasn't me, bitch.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
Yeah, you're kind of the
Fuck you.
You're kind of the tallest tree in a lightning storm. You know, like you're the one that gets hit. You know, because you're the bigger one, and
Oh, you
people
smelled
blame
something
you for
bad
fart.
and you just looked straight at me? You gotta be. You gotta be. That's fattest.
yeah.
It is
Also, it
fabulous.
looks like at any point if I smelt shit that it would be you that did it, just because of what you just.
Are you talking
described.
out of this room or like out of the
Just in general.
population?
Yeah, just in general. You
Jeez,
got a
man.
farty face.
you got a farty face. You look like the kind of guy that would crop dust a concert.
Dude.
One of
Yeah,
my-
dude, you're
one of my
crap
pet
dusting,
peeves
bro. I
is,
know you are.
Is the concerts that never happened, and this is from a specific situation. Two of my favorite bands were going to be playing a concert together at the Bottom Lounge in Chicago, and it was Maps and Atlases from Crown Point, Indiana, actually, and Weatherbox. They're from San Diego. They're a rock band. If you don't know them, they're my top 3 favorite bands.
Cool.
Love them. Bought tickets as soon as I saw that one. I was even pretty broke, but I was like, oh,
Going.
this is a no-brainer. I'm going to get 2 because I'm going to take somebody with me. About 3 weeks before the show happens, Maps and Atlases drops out. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay, well, I'm still going to go. Go to the show. Weatherbox gets so fucked up in their van that they don't ever get out of the
van?
Out of the van.
Damn.
And like a week later, they all, except for one, go to rehab. And so I was like pissing, and somebody came into the venue and they were like, "Show's not happening, bro." And I was just like, "Haha, it's pretty happening to me." And he was like, "No, like it's literally canceled." And I was like, "Shut the fuck up! Like, are you kidding me?"
Did you get your refund though?
I screwed up.
Oh.
So, I
Well,
instead of taking the refund, they were like, "Hey, you can go to any concert here for free just with these 2 tickets. Like, I'll write this on the tickets." And I was just like, "Yeah, I'd rather do that." And I lost those fucking tickets. Are you kidding? Like, I don't
So
I
it was
don't
a
have
loss.
those tickets anymore.
It was a loss.
oh, man.
I took the L on that one. It was probably like $50. Fucking $50.
When you were talking about the bands where they pass the mic to the crowd, how you hate that. That's kind of big with hardcore and punk. They do that, and I think they do it just to get a breather. But what I hate is the overly drunk guy. There's a lot of this, right, with the overly drunk
Oh,
people.
yeah.
The overly drunk guy that just sings like the most popular song chorus parts. Like, it's annoying. You know, it's
Too
like,
loud.
too loud, you know, so I can't hear my dude, and then it's just like I just hear this guy the whole time trying to sing the cool parts or the part that reminds him of his girlfriend from high school or whatever. I hate that guy.
I got a guy at work that does that. He's been told in many shows to shut up, and he'll like post on Facebook and he'll be like, yet another show where I was told to stop doing what I was doing. And he just gets wasted and he comes to work and he can't talk anymore. He's just
his
like,
voice
hey,
is
guys,
gone.
It's over. I tried to overpower the person who was actually performing.
Yeah, and then they always want the popular songs
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
I know that could be someone's pet peeve. Like, hey, we don't want to hear your deep cuts or your B-sides. We want to hear your popular ones. But I'm kind of the nerd. If it's a band I really like, I want to see more of the obscure shit.
Yeah, for
and not
sure,
the most
yeah.
popular. But then you get that dude the whole time that's just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
Oh man, that just reminded me of another pet peeve
good.
where you're excited to see one of the bands that you've been loving for the longest time for forever.
You're a
You loved-
fanboy. It's your
you
favorite
loved-
band.
You loved their freshman, sophomore, and junior year of high school or
Album
albums.
releases. Yeah.
and then you finally get the opportunity to see them, but they put out a senior year album that is just trash,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they decide to play
Just
all
that.
of that, and you're
Yes.
just like, man, what about the stuff that was good?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't have any balance to like what they're playing.
Yeah,
It's
to their
like you
set
should
list.
have like
Yeah.
some balance there.
Yeah.
You have
Like-
to know it's bad. I read the reviews.
Yeah.
You probably did too.
Right.
You're just
And you
upset.
sucked.
Yeah.
You really, really sucked.
You let us down.
Another rule, too, I don't know if people know this, but the guy that wears the band T-shirt to the show of the band they're going to see, that
Yeah,
guy
that's
sucks.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
always-
Is there claps? Yeah.
that's always the thing.
Don't be that guy or gal.
Don't do it.
Just don't
And
do
that's
it.
like I feel like that's such common knowledge now that it's like a joke. It's like people know not to do that,
I
but
still see it.
they still do it. They still
I
do it.
was unfortunately a part of watching the lead singer of a band wearing his own band's T-shirt,
Ooh.
and it was a really popular band. It was straight up Manchester Orchestra. Again, don't mean to talk about him again,
No, yeah, it's your band.
but I blamed it on maybe he had been on the road for so long that he was just like, man,
You're finding
I'm-
excuses for
yeah.
his bad
If
decisions.
He's like, grab me a shirt, dude. I don't have a shirt.
if it wasn't that,
All my shirts are dirty.
I probably would still enjoy it, but at the same time,
Who was guilty of that?
You're
Pantera
right.
was guilty of
I
always
feel like
wearing their own merch.
a lot of like punk bands did that. Like I feel like a lot of them would wear their own shirts.
Slayer's guilty of that. Kerry King does that a lot. Like I said, Pantera was guilty of that. With more of the punk and like the underground shit, they would wear their buddy stuff,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
represent.
for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I hate that guy.
pretty cool though. The dude came out and I have a musical knowledge. I played guitar for 10 years plus, stopped for some stupid reason,
What kind of guitar do you have?
but had.
Yeah,
Because I gave them all to my friend
Oh,
because
okay.
he's still crushing music, and I'd like to talk about that later. But so I have like guitar knowledge, and he comes out playing this like Walmart guitar, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? This is crazy. After the first song, he just absolutely demolished it, and I was like, okay,
Like Kurt Cobain
He just
being
needed.
cool.
He needed a cheap one to get away with that because they ain't there yet.
Yeah.
He's not smashing that Jag. by
Yeah,
any
yeah. He's
means.
not smashing the Jaguar Fender for sure.
Yeah, but it
Or
was,
bass, yeah.
But it was so that was kind of cool.
All right.
So, anyways,
So, Jared, you got to have something.
Something.
You got to have
More
another
pet
peeves. You got to have
God
another pet
damn,
peeve.
More pet peeves. I already said just people being there. I feel like that's a really big one too. Still, fuck.
All right. Well, I got one for you for a metal thing.
Go ahead.
The edge of the mosh pit guy. So there's people that'll be on the edge of the mosh pit that
yeah.
won't let you come out once you enter. So they're dicks and they just keep pushing you and elbowing you.
Oh, so they're like the bouncers of the mosh pit. Like,
Exactly.
you're not, no, bitch.
And they don't
You're
have the
still
courage to get in there. So then it's like when you want to get out, because if you go in a mosh, dude, it's like running a couple miles.
here. Yeah, that's not easy. You come out wet.
You come out soaked.
Yeah.
Very
Like I
moist.
said, though,
Full of sweat.
when it was the mosh pits at the concerts I went to, the outer ring still looks like that too, and so So it looked like Andre Giant hitting the fucking ropes when I was coming out that mosh pit. Oh.
So you were the Eeyore.
Well,
That's what they call him, like the big dude in the pit that just rules it. That you know.
Oh, I never ruled it.
Oh, okay.
I've been this size since I was like
5
in 7th grade.
Right on.
So it's just,
Right on.
you know.
Here's another one. We talked about this before the mics were on. The overly protective boyfriend. Don't be that guy. He just stands there like an anchor, and he's got his girlfriend with him. It's like, it's cool you want to protect your girl, but just lighten up a little bit.
He's doing the backwards
And don't
hug.
be right by the mosh pit either. You know what I'm talking about. It's that guy. Like, he just
Stay away
stands
from
there
the
like
mosh
this the
pit.
whole time.
He's
Don't
got the
touch my
backwards
girl.
hug.
He's got the backwards
Yeah.
hug.
Yeah, but when
This
you're
is
at,
my property.
when you're on the gate for a Modest Mouse concert and your girl's right in front of you and it's a raging crowd, you have to kind of hold on to the gate to keep her from crushing because honestly, some shows
Oh,
you
damn.
get crushed for stupid shit.
You do
It's like
get-
it's Modest Mouse.
Yeah,
Oh,
why
so
are we
you're like
in-
the Superman. You're like a superhero.
You think I'm kidding? I can't explain people's feelings to you. I could only explain that it happened at a Modest Mouse show. Like there was a lot of back pressure.
It was pretty angsty,
It's
probably.
like it's like, dude, this is Ocean Breeze Salty. Can you not
People went too hard on Ocean Breeze Salty.
let me carry you in, dude?
You just had to Superman your girlfriend. Like, God damn it!
But I was holding
Bullets
on
are
to the
hitting me.
rail, and these cock-sucking forearms weren't letting go.
Here's another pet peeve. I got a ton of them, by the way.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah,
Let's
thank
keep
you.
going.
The-
Thanks for making
yeah,
up for our lack of.
It's okay.
that.
The undercover cop guy in the crowd, and those are around. You got to be careful, especially at festivals.
Yeah, I assume everyone's a police officer. In
It's
my
very paranoid
normal
of you.
life as well.
Right? Got to watch out for that guy.
Anytime I'm
Don't be that
driving, I'm
guy.
like, that person's a police officer. That person is definitely a police officer.
Are you going to get on this? All right, come here.
Oh,
Sit
shit.
down.
Oh,
Get up
hell
in
yeah.
here.
Hold on.
Wait,
Did we
introduce
do it?
yourself.
Ryan Dexter, folks. No,
we
sit
do
right
a
here.
thing?
You can take the spot.
Can we do it then? Am I the only one that's
Hey.
going to clap here? Thanks, man.
This has been meaning to come out for a while.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
All right. So, one of my biggest pet peeves, and I actually broke up with a girl because of this,
Very serious. That's very serious.
is
Is it
first off,
autumn?
let me just give you the backstory here, okay? She took me to an Ozfest, which there was one band on that roster that I wanted to see, and it was Glassjaw, and they wound up opening it, and I heard them standing in line waiting to get in. We were just talking about this the other day, Joe, and I remember walking in, and it was like there was no more music, and then I seen Daryl from Glassjaw like with his hands on his security guard's shoulders, like walking him through the crowd. I'm like, what the fuck? I got to sit here all day and listen to all of these bands I don't want to listen to, right? But the thing that really got me, and the reason was she got really fucked up and she started throwing up the devil horns. And I cannot stand being with someone who was throwing up the devil horns at a concert.
Devil horns.
Yeah, I can't.
Devil horns.
I can't. So she got really, really sunburnt from the show, where she had blisters on her face, like her face swelled up, like. Or,
Sounds like you broke up with her for other reasons.
this is
than
what
just
she
the-
thought. This
the
is what she thought, and I
Oh.
swear to you, it wasn't because I had to stay with her because her face was fucked up, like for an extra 2 weeks until it all healed up. Because I didn't want
Her face
to.
was fucked up.
She got sun poisoning,
Oh,
and her face was so burnt up that literally her eyes were almost swollen shut.
Jesus.
How long was it?
She looked like Rocky from the Mask, that movie Mask.
Dennis, Rocky Dennis, or Dennison, or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck it is.
yeah. So she looked like that. I'm not lying. So I had to stay with her for 2 weeks after that until she started to heal up to break up with her because she was throwing up the hell. Because I was so embarrassed, dude.
How long were
So
you?
embarrassed.
Were you with her?
I don't know, maybe 6 months.
6 months. So what happened was actually I don't think it was the sun. I think you were actually just coming down, and you realized what she looked like. And
Might be right.
Damn, dude.
You
it's
might
like,
be
those,
right. Yeah.
those are sores.
She had face sores. That had nothing to do with the sun.
And she was just
Oh.
like, no, the concert.
Dude, I don't even
It was
remember
just
who
the
it was.
concert that did this. These It's the sun.
The sun killed my face.
As a person in a band, this would be a great. Do you have a pet
what are
peeve
some pet
of
peeves
the
the
fans?
other way? Yeah, the other way pet peeves.
You know,
Fuck us
as
up,
an
dude.
audience member.
I mean, everybody hates the guy who yells out like Freebird. Well, I was that guy once.
God damn it.
Wasn't I? No. I was at a show and I was really drunk. And I started crying because Scott Lucas was mean to me.
Oh, shit.
You know who Scott Lucas is from Local H?
No.
Yeah.
I know Local H.
You were
they
crying,
have
though?
the old fucking
Yeah, I started crying.
rats in the attic, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't think of any
lead
as
singers'
a
names.
standpoint from the front. I mean, I hate
Because
people
you're
who
just kind of out there doing your thing, really. So it's
Yeah.
like, unless someone comes on the stage, you're kind of fine. Like, you're just doing your shit. So.
Like, has anything happened where a fan got up on the stage and was just like being a fool? Actually, I hate the security guard that gets him off of the stage. Fuck that guy. I was like, oh shit, like you made it past the home defense.
yeah, like you got up here.
yeah,
You
yeah.
deserve.
you
yeah.
break the first line of defense. You're allowed to be on stage. At
Yeah,
that
as long
point.
as you're not doing anything too crazy. Like,
Yeah.
let that guy, like, chill.
Unless
You
you're not allowed to shoot Dimebag Daryl or anything like that. But
Yeah.
you should be able to stay up there.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't let him on the stage.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't let him on the stage.
All right, Joe, I'll give you a spot back, bro.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
Going back.
thanks for being here.
Thanks for
Everybody,
coming out
Ryan
here.
Dexter, that guy, he crushed it.
What a beautiful
That
man.
was good.
What a beautiful man.
All right. What do we got here? Okay. I think we kind of mentioned this, but stop the pit or stop the show. Your buddy was way too drunk because either they lost their phone or their contacts or something of a personal value. So it's just like, oh, hold up, and then everybody just stops the vibe of the show to look for it. I don't like that.
That's not going to happen.
That's a pet peeve. It
Also,
happens.
it's crazy. It's like, dude, your shit's lost. It's like dropping your shit in the ocean. It's over.
And we talked about this too. The rude people, how they get through the crowd.
You can't just breeze through them now.
Why?
Like, are you trying to get rid of us?
No,
Are we running long?
no.
Oh, no, we're here for a while.
You're here for a
Yeah.
long time, but the back and
You're
forth
here
guys, they're at the
until
front.
We say
They got to
you're
keep
here.
going back, but they keep rushing through the crowd and they're dicks about it. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they put their shoulders down. And it's like, man, just stay in the front or stay in the back.
Yeah, like
Stop.
they have shit to do. They need to pee or they need another beer.
Yeah.
That's why that
Like, they're
disposable wagon's going to be a really good idea at shows.
They're
For
not
people
there
who
for
need
the,
alcohol.
like the
Yeah.
entire. They're not there for the entire set, but like their favorite song comes on and they're just like, "Fuck it, here I go," and they just like.
Yeah, they're
How
trying
I
to
normally
get in
do
there.
that is up above.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
up there.
Jared would say that I'm unable to crowd surf, but
Oh,
Jared's only known me for like 4 years.
that's perfect. That's segue into my next thing.
Crowd surf. bro.
Crowd surfing has to have a weight limit.
Yeah.
There has to be. You can't, you don't be the crowd surf guy that's overweight. Like, we don't want to boost you up. All right.
I feel like if there was like a couple of strong people, they could lift me above. their
But then
head.
you're only allowed 2 boosts. If you if you crowd surf and we get you there to the front gate, and then you come back, you're like, oh,
Get me back
Jared
up.
and
Get
Joe
me
are the
back up.
strong dudes. Hey, boost me up. Like, no, 2 boost limit.
You
I
get
can always
two.
carry you, Matt. I can always carry you, bud.
Jared's carried me for like years now,
Yeah, physically and also not physically.
and also podcastly.
Podcastily.
He's right.
Podcastly.
And here's a new one, guys. On your phone the whole time.
Yeah, so that's a
Snapchatting
very
the
big
entire
one.
fucking
That's huge.
Beyonce
That's huge.
concert.
I'm surprised
We're done.
We
that
didn't.
none of us has gotten to that. That should have been first.
Should
Because
have.
that shit is it's stop, enjoy the experience, but it actually kind of talks about what's wrong with everything in general.
Yes.
With like all the phone shit, but
I mean, I'm
we all
guilty
do
of
it. We all do it, but it's dude, just enjoy
an
the fucking
extent.
concert, man.
To an extent, you're guilty of it.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
like you'll my quota for social mediaing the concerts that I go to is like one part of my favorite song that happens that night.
All right.
And I do it and I release it unto the world. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody
Yeah.
ever responds.
They weren't
back.
there. They weren't there. They don't care.
Nobody ever responds.
They weren't
back
there and
to,
they don't care,
to,
dude.
to concert things. I could like make a Snapchat of me licking a lollipop and sexually, of course.
Yeah.
And I could get more responses.
Then the
Then-
Manchester Orchestra
Yes.
favorite chorus
Yeah,
part.
because
Like
it's,
the one,
it's just
the 1 5-second part.
it's just you saying, "Look at what I'm doing that you're not doing." That's
Yeah.
all it is. Because
well, that's what Snapchat is in general.
yeah,
but-
for sure. And like that's like you're supposed to be at a concert to enjoy it and experience it, and you just experience it through your own like bullshit.
I'm
you
guilty
know?
of it though. I
Yeah.
do that on Snapchat. Probably
I
more
could
than
see
any
that.
other one.
It's okay. I usually try to take one picture. I'll
Yeah.
take like 1 or 2 pictures and I'm done.
couple good
I put
photos.
the phone in and I experience it myself.
But-
Plus,
I
I'm
hold
busy
myself
like
to one. But it's even worse. I hate to
No, go ahead.
I hate to interrupt you, but it's even worse when most of the Snapchats or stories are taken. It's not even looking at the stage. It's looking at the girl who they're
Oh, yeah,
always
that's-
they're
yeah.
always cute
Sing-
girls,
yeah,
and they're
they're
always like,
singing.
"I'm at this concert. You know where the fuck I'm at."
yeah, that's the next level
And-
worst of it. Because it's one thing to show like, look how cool like the stage setup and shit is like, but to like be recording yourself watching it, like,
And it's
what
like,
are
wow,
you doing?
That's amazing. You think you're better looking than Ariana Grande, because I know
Yeah.
that song. You're at an Ariana
Ariana
Grande
Grande
song, and you cute, but you ain't that cute.
You ain't that cute. You ain't that cute, girl. But
you
the,
ain't Disney paid for your face cute.
But the guy that records the entire show, that's annoying too.
Oh yeah.
Like, just don't be that guy. Just
You can, balanced
little
everything.
balance, a little
Just
bit of balance.
Don't record the whole show and watch it and enjoy yourself.
You guys are beer drinkers like myself. There's a
Oh,
proper
come
way.
on.
There's a
We're
proper
more
way
than
to
beer drinker than you. We will
handle-
out beer drink you right now.
Okay,
motherfucker.
bud, calm down.
I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
Calm down, bud.
I'm sorry. I
Easy,
thought he
big
was.
fella.
I thought he was challenging.
Sometimes
us.
you just gotta rub
man,
his nipples
I'm
to
just
make him okay.
podcasting.
You just gotta rub his nipples. It's the
Thanks.
only
But there's
way.
a proper way to carry your beer at a show, and that's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carry it up through the crowd. I hope you guys know that.
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's the dude that has to get 6 beers for his homies or whoever.
Well, you talking about me? That's why.
and
we
then
need
he's
that
like, hey,
radio
watch
flyer.
out. And then he spills it all over you. Don't be that guy.
Okay,
Pet
but what
peeve.
about the
Yeah, don't
Heisman?
spill the
What about
beer.
the Heisman?
Yeah,
Yeah. What about if you have like a shitload of beers? You're not even
don't know.
drinking for your homies, but just yourself.
just yourself. Yeah.
That's why you need that
Two's
concert.
okay. I don't
that
know about
concert crate.
the
You need that
Heisman's
concert
pushing it.
crate. You need
Oh,
to
I thought-
have like a Walkman for all your beers.
I thought the reason that you didn't like people carrying the beer down is because
They
the
spill
spillage.
it. Yeah.
Okay. What
Show us the
fuck's wrong with
Heisman.
This? This is the Heisman. You're
Oh
walking
yeah, you
through.
are doing a Heisman.
You're not like.
What do you have more than one beer though?
Yeah.
What if you have more than one beer?
Why
'Cause you
would
know
I
you
have
will.
more than one beer?
Oh, you know
Jared?
you have.
You have less
got one for
chance
me and 3 for
Up
you.
high
you know
spilling
that.
it than.
All right, well,
2.
we're learning things here as well.
So,
There's nothing wrong with that.
You would rather not do the Heisman, but you'd rather do the Rocky.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. More Rocky. More Rocky.
I don't know.
All right.
That
There's
sounds
a disagreement.
That sounds expensive.
Well, let's not argue. Let's learn.
Let's learn.
Let's learn, guys.
Okay, when you do the Rocky, that's $22, and when you do the Heisman, that's $11.
Yeah.
And
How do you transport all those beers? We got to
don't
figure out a
know.
way.
Got to figure out a way.
God damn it!
Just
it's
2
the
at a
future.
time.
No,
Just 2 at a
disposable
time.
carts, Jared. You've already discussed
You've already
it.
discussed this. You
I
gotta
know I have.
patent
I was
that
just making
shit.
sure everyone knew that.
How do we get to these venues?
Fold out disposable carts with paper wheels.
So let's talk about the shit we've talked about, but we're guilty of doing at concerts.
farting.
Farting. Yeah, we declared that
Oh, he was
earlier.
always farting.
I was the overly aggressive asshole in the mosh pit, like that
Yeah,
guy.
steroids or what's up?
No, just being an idiot.
Yeah.
Just getting
Because like,
Thanks
you're,
for
dude,
making-
you're not a small dude.
getting
Like you're
too
definitely
tuned up.
I was working out a lot
Yeah.
when I was younger like that, and just alcohol, more liquid confidence.
Handsome
but
too.
oh,
You're
thank
very
you, thank you, sir,
handsome, man.
thank you.
I was surprised. I pulled up and I was like, wow, what?
I felt that vibe, so thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was like, all right. And then he came with like 48 beers. I'm like, I like these dudes.
That's what happens. Then he
But
starts
yeah.
to drink more, and he's like, "You still look good. You still
look good. And then Ryan said Freebird, the guy that shouts Freebird. I'm guilty of the Slayer. I'm the Slayer yeller guy in
Oh,
between
yeah.
sets.
Oh,
I
so I did a similar
I
thing.
haven't been that guy. I haven't been that guy.
I was watching a band I really enjoyed at a brewery, Burnham, and Left Lane Cruiser came on, and I've really enjoyed their music, and they have a song called Pork and Beans, and I was just like, play Pork and Beans! And the dude looked at me and he goes, fuck you, we already played that. And I was like, God damn it.
We were also point like
Yeah.
3-4 drunk.
I was like,
at
leave
that
me in the
time.
road. I'm wasted, drunk, to die.
I
Like that
tackled the
kinda
girl
shit.
drunk,
Yeah.
like trying to run to the car.
Well, don't say that. That sounds weird. Out
from-
of context, when you say you tackled a girl,
Yeah.
it just
from
doesn't
from the
sound good.
legs. I didn't like upper body.
It's
tackle
still
her. I, like
not.
grabbed her by the legs.
So she was a friend driving us
And
home.
I was
it
like,
fine.
lemons! And I was like trying to grab onto her leg to like drag me to the car.
Girls would do that at metal or hardcore shows too, but they would be the ones on the edge of the pit. I
Yeah.
experienced that a lot. So
Yeah.
they wouldn't let you get out. So it's like finally when you got out, it's like, all right, your turn. You know, just give
Yeah.
them a little like, good luck.
Jared,
Let's see
Jared's
how
not
this
going to
goes
tell you this.
forward. Yeah.
Jared's not going to tell you this, but he's the type that like is the edge of the pit kind of guy. But he'd have like a knife and like
Oh,
when
don't
somebody
say that.
Oh, that's not-
somebody like
that's not
came
fair,
over, he'd
Matt.
just be
Is
like,
that because he's from Florida?
That's not fair
No,
at all. That's not fair.
because-
I'll get in there, dude.
It's because
I'll mix it up with
Jared's-
everybody.
It's because Jared's stabby.
Yeah.
He's a stab vibe.
Jared's always been stabby.
He's quick with a knife.
Well, maybe that's just what you think. But I'll get into the pit, dude.
Tell me you've never. Tell me you've
I'll get
never,
right in the middle of that bitch. I'm not scared.
We're taking you.
Tell me I've never called you and you were like feeling stabby today.
Yeah, you're right. I have said that.
Okay.
I have
Right.
been stabby. He's right.
Now let's move on, guys, to your best concert experiences. 3, 2, or 1. Matt, we'll go with you.
I have these all written down.
I love it. Let's hear what you
Yeah.
got.
But now that I've already said this name 3 times, but this
It's all right.
num-
I fanboy out all the
this is
time.
this is number 3, and I'm moving to the
Speak
top.
your truth, Matt. Speak your truth.
I'm trying.
Okay.
So number 3, 1 being the best. I saw. I didn't know who Manchester Orchestra was at the time. God, I hate saying that name again. But and they opened up for Brand New.
I love brand new.
Love Brand New, and I was like, wow, that's weird that they're having an orchestra opening up for
it
them.
was an actual orchestra.
And
This
I
is gonna
never,
be crazy.
I never thought to look it up and be like, I better check out who those are. I was just excited to see Brand New, fully excited. This is right after Deja,
Okay.
and I was just like, here we fucking go.
What's your favorite album by them, real quick? Brand new.
Oh,
I'm throwing that right at you.
yeah, that is a tough one. I probably Devil and God.
Yeah, because I want to do an episode just on that, so you got to come in on that.
Yeah,
If you want to. Come
I
back.
I'd love to.
All right, cool.
I'm
It's a great album.
I'm tainted. I'm tainted on science fiction because of the exposing news.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it's a weird thing. Like
He's always been a weird dude, though. The
Yeah.
singer. What's his name again?
Jesse Lacey.
Jesse Lacey. Yeah.
So
Okay.
but that was a fantastic closing album. Closing in quotation marks. However, Manchester Orchestra opening band blew them out of the water. It was insane. It was crazy. It was at the Aragon Ballroom, and because you were sending all these like who, what, when, where,
when,
and
yeah.
I don't know who I was with. I actually do. I was with my best friend Mike Golden, second best friend. Sorry, Jared.
Thanks, buddy. It's okay.
And
We can all have best friends.
Or second best friends.
and moving on from there, second favorite show I've ever seen was Sufjan Stevens, and that was at the Metro, and it was he's a Jewish man who had written a few Christmas albums, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And he was on ice skates, and he had 14-foot eagle wings on.
This isn't wow.
And there was a revolving thing, like a like you spin the wheel. It was a revolving wheel, and it would say what song he was
Like
playing.
The Price
next.
is Right type thing.
Oh shit!
Kind of
yeah.
a deal. Kind of a deal like that. It was near Christmas time, so there was some Christmas songs on there, and there were some Sufjan Stevens songs on there too. Fantastic idea. It was crazy, awesome. No drugs that night.
Cool.
So, even
It sounds really drug induced.
It does, but it wasn't.
Cool.
Should have been.
Yeah.
Damn it should have been.
Where were the drugs?
And then my favorite concert I've ever been to. I've been to two of them. It's a lady named Joanna Newsom, and if you don't know who she is, she plays the harp,
Oh, cool.
and she absolutely just like slays this thing, and is still able to keep a tremendous like momentum with her mouth, she's lining up everything, and she's moving so fast, and her lyrics are so quick that you're just like, how do you do that? And that was drug induced. Yeah,
That's how the number one has to be.
Yeah, that was mushrooms. But the second time I saw her, I was sober, and she was still fantastic. She's married to Andy Samberg.
Really?
Yeah, of the Lonely Island. Is that
Ugh.
right? But the thing is,
God,
the thing
I fucking
is,
hate that.
she's so
I'm
much
sorry.
she's so much more
Sorry about
talented than him,
Yeah.
and she's not famous because of him.
And he's also like the dorky guy in your class that like tries to be funny. And you're like, dude, you need to shut up.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
trying too hard to be a class clown. Sorry.
So,
Sorry.
if you're,
I got a
you
thing.
obviously like music a lot.
Yeah.
And if you're going to listen to something outside of your
Comfort zone.
comfort zone, Joanna Newsom, there's an album called, it's pronounced Yeast, I believe, but it's actually just spelled Y-S. It's probably an hour long, and it's 5 songs, and it is
Angelic.
angelic.
I'll
It's,
check it out.
it's beautiful. Beautiful.
All right, Jared, your turn.
All right. So before I ever heard of, I was at Bonnaroo one year with all my buddies, and my friends like, you got to stay in this crowd. And again, I said earlier, I hate crowds. And so we stayed there for it was almost an hour. And we're in the front, and he's like, this is going to be worth it. This is going to be worth it. And it was the Cold War Kids.
Yeah.
And I had never heard of them before. This was, I think, in 2006. So I was like, dude, and I remember 5 minutes before their show started, I was like, are you sure this is worth it, man? Because I'm about to leave. He's like, no, it's going to be good. And it was really good. And I think something about what's cool about certain people that you see live is if you don't have any expectations. It's kind of like how movies or anything, if you just go in blindly,
You don't know
and
who
they
they are.
crush it,
Yeah.
you're just like, holy shit, this was amazing. The drummer was using wine bottles, and they were just piano, and it was really good. It was amazing. So that was a good one. And then Run the Jewels, just because
They're awesome.
they're awesome, and I'd listened to LP for so long.
Is he one of your favorite rappers?
Yeah. I remember when he came out with the what was his 4th album?
Yeah.
The one where Killer Mike guest spotted on.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, I love those
two
two
together.
songs. And then they came out with that, and I was like, holy shit, that's perfect. And then so when I got to go see him, I had been listening to him for and so enthralled with their music that it was awesome to see some shit that you love so much and listen to so much and get to see it live.
How was their
that's-
show live? Because I really want to go the next time that they come.
It was good.
High energy. Where was it at?
It was at the Aragon.
Cool.
And so I've seen them twice there, and there was a December show thing where Queens of the Stone Age played, and they played, which I love both of those bands. So I got to, and the opening band that played before them, I don't remember what their name was, but they were cool too.
Okay.
So like that was awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
But and then the Flaming Lips. I got to see the Flaming Lips. I've seen them twice, but both times I was on mushrooms and it was just insane.
Flaming Lips on shrooms.
Yeah. So it was like confetti. The Wayne, the lead singer, they came out of a spaceship, and then the lead singer threw out laser pointers into the crowd, and then there was like weed smoke, everything, and then he goes, "I'm gonna tell." He's like, "Save the batteries for the laser pointers. I'm gonna tell you when to point them at me when I tell you."
These were the laser pointer days. I remember those.
Yeah, and then in the middle of the show, and you're on mushrooms, you're smoking weed. Now I'm with all my friends, and in the middle of the show, like there's a countdown, and then he's like pointed at me after the countdown, and after the countdown, he holds a mirror up to his like face, and then everyone points their laser pointer at him, and it just goes like scrum 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 scrum, and it was just like holy shit.
The mushroom days.
Yeah, the mushroom days. And he
I
also
played
had
the
like
fifth.
aliens like dancing on the right of the stage, and like Santa Clauses dancing on. It was just a crazy show. It was like a circus, like bonanza, like nuts thing.
Right on.
It was awesome.
Cool. Well, guys, thanks for coming on.
Are you not going to tell us your three?
No, everybody's heard my stories. I don't know
Can
what
you just
episode.
tell us your
Like,
three just to know? You
say
don't
the
even have to
band
go in.
names.
We
No,
won't.
okay.
We won't go long.
Deftones at the Metro in 2003 was the best concert I've ever been to in my life.
Okay.
Boom.
It was just amazing. They played until they weren't allowed to anymore. It was right after White Pony and Self-Titled came out, and it was just the perfect time. Like Chino was actually like extremely drunk, but he did well.
And he just kept going.
And he just kept
And everyone
going.
else was probably drunk, and it was like feeding off that back and forth.
My friend
energy.
stayed the night
That's
before
awesome.
to get tickets, and they turned the lights on too, so like you could see the whole crowd the last 3 songs, which was a really weird experience. Like
That's pretty cool.
Do you
to
think
actually
they
see
turned him
that.
off as in to be like, get the fuck out of here?
Yes, because
Yeah.
this is a thing. If bands play over their time limit, they get fined. So then the last line of defense for the venue is that they turn the lights on.
They do like a bar
Right.
does. They're like, get the
Yeah,
fuck out,
get out.
everybody.
Everybody, please leave. But yeah, that's my number one show. I would say I like to think like in the last 10 years, live performances. Radiohead I got to see last year. They did a great job.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've
Like
seen them
as far as
well.
professionals go, and the actual sound and the experience and the vibe was really good. And I got to see Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats for a rock and roll heavy metal show at the Metro. They were amazing, and that was probably like 3 or 4 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So,
I could agree with that as
I've been to
well.
so many damn
Yeah.
shows; it's hard for me to pick, but that Deftones one sticks out for sure. Tool, I got to see with my dad when 10,000 Days came out at Chicago Theater, and that was like a cool experience because I was with my pops,
Mhm.
and Tool never
Yeah,
comes
sometimes
around.
who you're with, and like it's not just about who you see, but like the experience. Like maybe
Yeah.
it was when and where, and just what was going on in your
Yeah.
life. So
That's
that's
cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, guys, thanks for coming on, man. This
Dude,
has
thanks
been a
for
lot
having
of fun.
us.
Having us, yeah.
This
Been
was
a lot of
amazing.
fun. A lot of fun.
This was
Hey, we're sorry
awesome.
for talking so much.
No,
but-
man. I just like to, we keep it in an hour, so just let everybody know where they can find you. Where are you guys at?
Go
where
ahead.
Can they subscribe?
Tell him, Matt.
Matt's he's
Tell
he's
him,
the
Matt.
guy.
He's our
Well,
mouthpiece.
I haven't shut the fuck up yet on this podcast. So I'm
He's
gonna
our
say
raspy mouthpiece.
That we are on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Podbean, Podcast Addict, A Weird Time Recorded,
Yeah.
baby.
Or just
and-
Google Weird Time Recorded, and you'll find anything that way.
Where's the best place to reach you on social media? Like you'll get back to someone.
Definitely Instagram.
Instagram,
It's
yeah.
a Weird Time Recorded on Instagram. We're on Twitter, AWTR Podcast.
Okay.
We're on Facebook. I don't really know because
Facebook sucks.
Facebook is lost on
yeah,
me.
we're kind of just that's like an afterthought. That's just like we have a thing that just throws things on there,
Yeah,
and so Facebook's for your grandma.
it is.
And
It
once
really
grandma
is.
gets on, we're out. Sorry.
Well, my grandma's going to be listening to this episode, so I'll let her.
Oh,
I'll
sorry,
let you guys
sorry,
know.
Grandma.
Hey,
But my
Grandma
grandma
Riley's
saw me on
feedback.
naked hugging Matt on Facebook and like blew my mom up. It's like, why is he naked? Why is he hugging another man? It was a whole big shaboo. But
My grandma's
He's-
awesome, though.
He's
good.
bisexual.
yeah,
Grandma likes Leonard Cohen, so that's a good spot.
Oh,
Oh, that's
good
awesome.
for her. I
So
do
shout
love
out
me
to
some
Grandma.
Leonard Cohen.
Everybody loves Leonard
R.I.P., dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a big one.
That was a loss.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thanks again for coming.
Hell yeah.
Everybody remember to subscribe to Musically Meditated Podcast, especially if this is the first time you listen, because you're listeners of A Weird Time Recorded. So thank you guys for coming, sharing your time with me, having some beers. It's been fun.
Hell yeah. Thanks, dude.
You're the man.
All right,
Woohoo,
guys.
this has been great.
Adios. It's been awesome.
Adios.